So I had an idea today. I was using this brown paper that I got in this pad, and I thought, this is some pretty cool stuff. I made this guy today. And I wanted to get some bigger paper, but I didn't want to go to the store. And I thought about doing something crafty today. Something crafty. So I thought, there's those paper bags that sit in the kitchen that nobody uses and we just kind of throw away. I thought, what if I take one of those paper bags, cut it out, and use that. So this is not a whole bunch bigger, but it is bigger than the other one. And I have a video right here where I'm going to show you how I made this. I'm even going to show you how I cut the bag open because that's fascinating stuff. That's crafty. I'm dipping into arts and crafts now. So stay with me. You can see my ink wash colored pencil dragon on a inside of a grocery bag. This is kind of cool. And I will sell this to you. I take Venmo, PayPal, and it's only 10 grand. 10 grand. That's all. So, check this out.
Once upon a time in a land not so far away, a goblin was shopping inside a Trader Joe's supermarket when the manager tapped him on the shoulder to get his attention. "Is that your dragon tied up outside the store?" the manager asked. Annoyed, the goblin replied, "Why, yes, sir, it is my dragon. Is there a problem?" "Your dragon is scaring away my customers. You need to park that thing somewhere else, maybe across the parking lot by the sporting goods store." "Yeah, I don't think so," the goblin replied, picking some donuts off the shelf and tossing them in his cart. "I won't be long." At his wit's end, the manager said, "If you don't move that thing immediately, I will be forced to call law enforcement." "I wouldn't if I were you," the goblin replied. "Spencer will eat them all, and you don't want that kind of advertising, especially with everyone pointing their phones and recording the mayhem." "Fine, I will call animal control," the manager snapped back. "They will know how to deal with your dragon." The goblin shook his head and contemplated the manager's threat. He didn't want Spencer to be harmed. "Fine, let me check out and my dragon and I will be on our way." "No, you will be on your way now. You can park your cart by the door and come back when you found a better place to tie up that menace." "Now you're making me mad," the goblin replied. "Spencer is not a menace. He's not only my transportation but also a family pet. He's as harmless as a flea. Fleas cause the plague. Now I will give you 30 seconds to leave the store, or I will have my staff toss you out," the manager yelled. The goblin didn't like being told what to do, so he picked out a bag of chips from his cart and tossed it at the manager in a threatening manner. "Say please first," the goblin replied with a grin. "Please," the manager reluctantly said, placing the bag of chips back in the cart. "Now say, pretty please," the goblin said, folding his arms. "You have 10 seconds left," the manager replied, signaling to his staff to drop what they were doing and assist him. The goblin looked back and forth, seeing the staff, dressed in their uniforms and wearing name badges, approaching. "Now you've done it," the goblin said, pulling his phone from his pocket. He raised the phone and turned on the camera to record. "Tao, what were you saying?" the goblin asked. The manager, not wanting to end up in a confrontational video on social media, backed down and walked away. "Have a nice day," the manager said as he disappeared behind a counter full of spices.